Hey y'all, it's Megan. If you are returning to my channel, welcome back, and if you're new, welcome aboard. So today is going to be another day where I talk about some of the stuff that goes on at the Jungle Cruise, and today's is going to be annoying things that happen at the Jungle Cruise. So starting it off, I am accidentally bounding. It wasn't on purpose, but kind of got my little crocodile print going on there. I'm old smiley today, or ginger. I could be ginger. So I have broken this up in my notes as annoying things that happen when you are on a boat and annoying things that happen when you are on land. And, you know, obviously you think of skippers or on the boats. That's like what you think of when you think of the Jungle Cruise. So that's what I'm going to start with, is some of the annoying stuff that happens on the boats. And none of these are like in-depth stories. This wasn't like a one-time thing. All of these happened many times. These are just things that if you're going to be a skipper, get ready for it. You'll hear it. Be ready to respond. Be ready to just absorb it, accept it, move along. Or if you are a guest, maybe don't do or say these things. Just, you know, FYI. So the first thing that is super annoying as a skipper on a boat is also dangerous. It's mainly dangerous, but it's also very frustrating because people don't seem to understand that it's dangerous and they don't really care when you tell them, is kids standing up. I do not care if your child is destined to go to the Olympics as a gymnast. They may not stand up on the boat. That is just how it is. They can't stand on the floor. They can't stand on the seats. You can't hold them on your lap with them standing. They must be seated. All pockets must be on the seat, is what we used to say. Pockets on the seat. You have to be sitting down. The edges of the boat are not high. Children sitting down should be able to see out. They can sit on laps if they're small enough. They just may not stand. And parents would get very frustrated with you when you try to tell them what to do with their children. And I understand that. I am not a parent. I am not here to parent your child. However, I am working and I am doing my job. I have been told under no circumstances should anyone be on their feet at any point in time. No children standing on laps, no children standing on seats, no children leaning out of the boat, no hands out of the boat, no touching the water, none of that. Let's just sit on our pockets and look at the pretty animals. That's all we need to be doing. You know, that is the only annoying thing that happens with children, and actually the children themselves usually are not the problem. You know, usually the parents are like, yeah, you can stand up, that's fine. So it's usually the parents that are causing these annoyances, and we're going to continue that with this one. Another one that is only the adults is the seat creep. Let me explain. When you walk onto the Jungle Cruise, there is a skipper. They are standing up at the front. They are saying, hey guys, come on down. Not quite as enthusiastically as they do on The Price is Right, but that would be cool if they did. So they're saying, you know, come slide right on down here. And there are specific spaces that you were supposed to sit. I've talked before about the landing zone, and that is when the skipper is standing at the front of the boat. Move my chair back here. Sorry, Athena. When the skipper is at the front of the boat, the few feet on either side that goes all the way up to the front of the boat, those need to be clear because the boat does move, the boat does rock. The skipper is the only person who should be standing at any point in time during the ride, and if anything happens and we should lose our balance, we would need to be able to fall on a seat and not on a guest. That is not fun for anyone involved. So we would say, come on down guys, and we put our foot up like this. We'd say, just scoot up right here next to my shoe for me, and have you sit right there, and that leaves about 2 feet of space so that should I lose my balance up here and I fall, I don't fall on you. Same thing on the other side. There was a square on that side of the boat's seating, and I would say just sit right there on that box for me, hold those snakes in. Thank you very much. You're doing an excellent job. We really appreciate you coming to work today. So that's the landing zone. We need it clear. And people would come up, they would sit down. I've mentioned before, people have sat on my foot. Many times it happens. Whatever. Can I get you off my foot, please? Just stay right there where you're at. They sit there and they're good until we take off. And all of a sudden we start creeping. We start creeping farther and farther until there are people literally under my armpits. I'm like, I turn around and whoo, there's a person right there, like literally in my face. You have moved all the way up to the front of the boat. I had you sit right there for a reason. There's plenty of space on the boat. It's not like more people are being added throughout the jungle. You don't need to move up anymore. Just scoot back, stay put. You don't change seats on Rock and Roller Coaster. You do not switch trains on Thunder Mountain. You were given a seat. please put your booty in it and stay there. So multiple times I have been kind of facing this way, talking about something, and then I turn around to point at something and nearly take someone's head off because I gesticulate wildly, as I'm sure you are aware if you've watched one of my videos. You know that I talk with my hands excessively. So, when a skipper tells you, sit here, please sit there. Please don't keep scooting up farther because there's a good chance you're gonna get a finger to the eye, or you're gonna be looking at my tushy while I talk this way, you know, either side. We're given a space, sit there, enjoy. The view is not any better from up underneath my armpit, I promise. And the last annoying thing only happened to my female skippers, and it wasn't just me, and it didn't happen just once. It happened at least probably 3 times a week the entire time I was working there, and it happened to every single other female skipper that I knew. I will preface this by saying that skippers have not always been female. There was a time between the park's opening and today where it was only male skippers. That wasn't a job that female cast members could have. And it was in the mid-90s that changed. If you haven't seen my Jungle Cruise Fun Facts video, I go into a little bit more detail on that. I will link that up there and down in the description for you. If you're interested, you can check it out. But that is, I'm going to go ahead and say, yes, it has not always been that females could be skippers. However, it's been for over 25 years, skippers have been able to be female. So, with that being said, the thing that I heard multiple times a week for 6 straight months was, as I'm standing at the front saying, come on guys, come down, have a seat next to my shoe, people would get on and go, they let women drive now? The first time that someone said that to me, I didn't know what to say because, like, obviously, yeah, I can drive. I can drive the boat, I can drive the car, I can drive pretty much whatever I want. So, I was like, yeah, you know, confused. But once it happened like a few times, I realized, oh, this is a thing. This is a thing that my dear friends are they're gonna keep saying. And so I needed to be prepared. So we're skippers, we have jokes, right? 1935, that's when the Jungle Cruise was set. So staying in character, staying relevant to the time, keeping on theme, I had to come up with a way to be skipper-like about it, and you still answer the question. And so every time someone would come on and say, hey, oh, they let women drive the boats now? What is going on? I would say, yeah, we can vote now too. They usually didn't say anything else after that. If it was someone who just legitimately, like the last time they were there were only male skippers, then they go, oh, cool, and like they know that I'm just joking with them. But if they were doing it in a derogatory way, they realize, yeah, this isn't something she finds funny. So then they get the point, but you don't have to be like nasty about it. So that's a good way if you are going to be a female skipper to kind of respond to them. They usually get the point and they kind of are a little bit nicer from there on out. So those are a few of the annoying things that I heard and saw while I was working at the Jungle Cruise on a boat specifically. I will be talking in a future video about annoying things that happen when you're on land, but like I said, these are just things that I experienced, and you know, if you are a guest, try to avoid doing or saying those things, and if you're a skipper, just be ready for it because you always know anything can happen in the jungles. So let me know what some of the like very minor annoyances are at your job, whether you work at a theme park, you work at a grocery store, you work in retail. Lord bless, y'all have some stories, I feel quite certain. Let us know what some of the annoying little things are that maybe we can avoid when we are interacting at your position of work. So just let us know those, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, y'all.